guys, and welcome back to some more StoneBlock 3. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be jumping back in to some more automation, getting some tracks done, getting some meatballs, and, well, getting some other automation done. So, hopefully you guys are ready. So today, boy oh boy, we've already gotten all of the major stuff out of the way, and today we're going to be diving a little bit into Create and Tinker's Construct. I think we're going to be able to automate two processes today. One of them a little bit easier than the other. Actually, both of them fairly simple, honestly. And first, let's talk about Tinker's Construct and what we're going to be doing today. It's actually going to involve a little bit of thermal as well. So what we need is pig iron. So to make pig iron, you may think you might need this complex contraption where you have mobs spawning because you're going to need coagulated blood and stuff like that. You don't need that. To get coagulated blood is very, very simple. You can literally get it with just rotten flesh. So thankfully, all of this is actually EMCable. What we're going to need today to do this, to actually make this, is going to be an induction smelter. All of which I believe we have all of the ingredients for. Wow, do I really not have stone? Is this basalt? I know I have smooth stone somewhere. Can we take these slabs and combine them back? I feel like that's such a modded thing. All right, apparently I've got things to prep up. But yes, we are going to be using an induction smelter for today. I'm actually going to grab this blast furnace. Why not? I think it's already used up its livelihood here on in this world. So I'm going to just grab a few. Okay, so thermal. Everything else here should be pretty easy. Invar gears, I think I have plenty of those. Perfect. So, induction smelter. And we may end up doing more than one of these, but for right now, this is going to be our first time utilizing the induction smelter. We're going to need EMC links. Man, we're really getting use out of these. So, personal EMC links, I'm going to do one for each type. So, there's 3 different items, right? Think of this as rotten flesh, this is iron, and this is clay balls. We need this, and it can all be made inside of an induction smelter, making things a lot easier. However, to get these coagulated blood balls, well, we have to route it in through here, and I'm probably going to end up doing the whole system over here. So let's go ahead and clear this. We don't need this old system that we had set up anymore. We can actually pipe everything directly from the side. So let's get some spruce and spruce this place up again. There we go. Perfect. And I'm probably going to use both of these casting tables. Might as well. That way we can turn both of them on and they can all just generate everything that we need. So with all this going in, I'm going to need a pipe. And I don't think it has to be anything crazy fast to be able to pipe this out. But we're going to need it to go into our induction smelter. If all possible, route everything over to this. So we'll put this in the wall here. And we might have to change some things up. But for right now, this should hopefully function correctly. We're going to have one input going to the side, one input going to the top, the other one we can have over here, and we should be able to connect everything. Shoot, I'm even going to have one going into the back. If that's correct, it'd be 1, 2, 3. I can power it from the front, and then we can put the max upgrades in here, and we'll see how fast this is. So hopefully we can get this all running. Also, we need to get lava automated. So let's grab a tank, and we should be able to do this the same way we used our we use the Evertide amulet. We should be able to use this. We set this to empty, and no, so that will not go in there. So for this, can we use a lava egg inside here? We cannot. But the lava egg can be clicked. Oh boy, did not expect that to happen. Gonna catch my whole base on fire. I gotta figure out how we're gonna get lava in this. So yeah, this actually should work. We can go ahead and use a magma crucible And this is actually quite simple as well. We just got to give it some power in the back. And it should be able to actually pull the item directly out that we're going to need. So in here, we need to fill it with some sort of item to get lava. Let's see. We could go with, is there anything that gives us just more? Does obsidian give us more than cobblestone? Does magma blocks give us more? It's really hard to tell. I'm just going to, I guess, fill it with cobble. And that should work. So we'll just tell this, hey, give this cobble. Tell this to pull. Right here, auto input. Should pull the cobblestone. And then auto output. And we'll send the lava that this generates. Once we get some upgrades in here, it should go fast enough to keep that full. And then as far as filling this up goes, we can use a hopper. Hopper still should work. I know it's very simple, but honestly, a hopper is one of the best things we can do. Rotten flesh. Like, all we gotta do is just say, hey, keep rotten flesh in there. And this whole system now is going to be sending rotten flesh and, yeah, converting that into slime balls. And then we just need to send those slime balls to this. So pipe. We need a pipe that will keep the items in the table. Let's go ahead and use these. I only want to use the advanced ones. We don't need anything crazy here. And pipe wrench. And we are going to connect this. I'm going to actually connect this to the side here. This side. And we'll have this. It needs to be an output. I don't know if we need to fill a container. Like, we might need to use a drawer and have the drawer filled with all 3 items and then have this pull all 3 items in. You know what? Honestly, once this is going, it will probably always stay pulling the items. So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get power hooked to it like this. And then we'll tell it what to take. So, it's going to be pulling in iron. It's going to be pulling in these. And it's going to fill up its inventory, right? So let's grab these. Let's grab all of the ingredients that it needs. And before well, I already got the power turned on. Let's disable this with a redstone signal. We need to put the items in that it's going to contain. So right here, we'll say input, input, input. Bottom can be output, right? I think that will work. And then I hope it doesn't fill this slot. If it does, I don't know what we're going to do. We might have to go another route. But let's go ahead and try this. So it needs iron and clay. Okay, iron and clay. Let's hope iron and clay, right? That should be a process that it does. Doesn't seem to be operating yet, though, for some reason. So coagulated blood, iron, and clay. It's all in there. Does it need a certain amount of everything? No, just one of everything. And it's not running yet. Interesting. Interesting. It shows the recipe, but yet it's not functioning. Got full of power? Oh, it's because I have that. Okay. Maybe it'll work. Let's go ahead and set the sides. The sides are all set. It's not pulling any more from anything. There we go. And oh, it did finally pull. So what I need to do, I guess, is make sure that this is running. We'll disable this. And then we'll put a card here. Card here. And there we go. And now it's producing pig iron. Okay. A little bit easier than I thought. So speaking of getting that done, we need all of the upgrades from thermal. So what are these called again? These are called integral components. And I have the reinforced, but I do need to make this tier, which is Enderium. So yeah, this is all actually quite easy to make. Looks like we just need some aluminum. And I know I have tin laying around. Yep, there we go. And looks like we are about to make ourselves some aluminum. So get the aluminum in there, make sure I have all of this listed here. And last but not least, make some gears out of it. And we're off to the races. All right, so this is a component that is going to make these so much faster just on their base without even putting any augments in there, because there should be like some production augments and stuff we can do. So for one, we're going to put an upgrade in there. That's going to make that a bit faster. And then the upgrade in here. And that should go a bit faster as well. Hopefully fast enough to keep up with the demand here with the coagulated slime. I don't know why that's not pulling out. Because that should be, but it's not. Can we not have two different pipes pumped in like this? Okay, there it goes. I just had to take the item out. It was doing some kind of weird stuff for some reason. All right, so with that out, ender chest time. And it's just like adding another thing to the list. Pretty straightforward. And then all we have to do here is make sure the output is there. That is heading into here. And pig iron. Do I have that somewhere? Why is that not filling the list? Unless I literally have pig iron setting in here. Oh, you know what it is? Right here, north. We just wasted all that. Because we have an item filter set up, I believe, for modded items. And we have Tinker's Construct as one of the items. Ah. We're not going to be able to do that. We're going to have to take that Tinker's Construct item out. Unfortunately, it's going to build up Tinker's Construct's items, which is kind of a pain. But I think we can just set up another filter to hopefully filter out those Tinker's items. So I know this may look a little bit sloppy, but honestly, I'm trying to get everything like to sort of work because there's a big challenge ahead of me. And that is going to be automating the food. Now, I know how I'm going to go about doing it. All of you guys were sure to let me know that I can use the mechanical crafters to craft everything, which I wasn't really worried about how I was going to craft it. It was more or less how I was going to automate all of the food inside the cookers, but apparently that's going to be pretty easy too. So I'm not even worried about that anymore. Honestly, this whole pack has been a lot simpler than I was expecting towards the end. Now, create this mod right here. We are about to get into it again. And I was thinking, you know, I need a place to put this. This is going to be a pretty small setup, honestly. We just need this running, one of these things again, and that's basically it. I don't even need a pump anymore. Like I could have used any other mod. This is probably one of the most complicated things that you have to make, really, if you're going to even be running this mod, which is for applied energistics. Thankfully, we should be able to make this next singularity pretty easy. It is going to be a train track. Now we need 80 of them, and it requires all EMCable items. And so long as we provide this on a belt that is going fast, and these are hooked to a thing that is going fast, it should be pretty easy to maintain this whole setup. And we don't even need a large area to do it. We just need to get this thing set back up, the steam engine, and we're ready to go. Now, I definitely learned from the last time I built this how to do this, and we might even be able to get this thing spinning incredibly fast. So this thing spins really slow, right? But we can gear ratio this thing up quite a bit. First and foremost, though, I want to get this laid out how I want it. So 1, 2, 3, these are our 3 components, and then right here is where it's going to exit. So let's go ahead and drag a belt, boop, like that. And then we'll put these on top, and then a press. And this is the process that it's got to go through, which seems quite easy. And then all we need is an ender chest, right, on one end. And then we just need to provide these things with the items that we're going to be using. So let me head over here, and we need to grab EMC link. Thankfully, we only need 2 of them, so that makes it a little bit easier. And then as far as getting the items to it, let's see, with create, we should be able to use a conveyor, or sorry, a brass, there we go, a brass funnel. Dried kelp. Are we sure we don't have kelp? I'm pretty sure I have. I'm gonna have to dry some kelp. You gotta love it when you have a plan in place and like there's like 15 different steps that you're like, oh man, I gotta take those steps. Oh man, and it's completely derails what you're working on. But right here and right here, this will be a ender chest. This should be pretty straightforward. Right here will be an EMC link. And, well, if we put a brass funnel on the EMC link, that's going to provide the slabs, right? Because the train needed slabs, like stone slabs, right? That seems pretty nice. Are we going to have to, oh yeah, slabs don't have EMC. So actually we are going to need to craft these, correct? Let's see. Andesite slabs have EMC. So let's go ahead and use that. Perfect. That saves us so much time. Okay, so andesite slabs, they're going to be able to come right out of there. And then, boop, we put it there and there's our whole process. Now, we need to get this thing sped up. And so if I go backwards and I know where I need power, I can kind of route things around and we can get this other setup going. We can go ahead and get this all connected to one central line. I'll use cogs. I know I could use belts and drives and stuff, but I can also use cogs. So forgive me for wanting to use cogs here. You can even use belts and stuff if you really wanted to. The only thing is we need this going in this direction. These don't matter what direction they're going in. So in reality, let's go ahead and get that set up. And there we go. We got cogs everywhere. Cogs is what this mod is all about, honestly. Now, I'm almost positive setting this up, I should be able to get the gear ratioing that I'm definitely going to need. So let's take our tanks. Let's go ahead and get our campfires. I'm going to place them right here. Place the tanks over top. And then I need a way to get water in here. And of course, that's going to be the Evertide amulet. Same setup we've been using. I absolutely love that. Because that makes, oh man, water automation so much easier. So let's pop back over here. We'll get our tank hooked in. We need some fluid pipes. Pipe? Oh, I already have it. Never mind. I already got it prepped. Look at me. Look at me being all prepped up. Put that to empty mode. We'll forever have water. And then I need our configurator. Oh, it's already in my inventory. Wow, I am blind today. Okay, so with that hooked in, we just need our steam engine. We can hook that there. And then I think we just give it a shaft, right? And there it goes. So it is producing. Now, we should be able to gear this up. I am pretty sure we should be able to gear ratio this up. No problem at all. So let's see how crazy we can get. So large cog to small. So large cog to small. With another large cog to small. I can't go right here because of the gear being there. So maybe we should actually have this go up here like that. And then have that cog going here. It can't go there, but we can break this and give ourselves some space. And it can definitely go here. And then large cog again to a small cog. And then hopefully that is fast enough and it doesn't overstress. It might overstress. Okay, it's going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way. So with it going the wrong way, we can probably just do this and put a gearbox in. Oop, if I can get this to, there we go, go over. Yeah, I think it's definitely spinning fast enough. It is very weird that these items just spewed out of there. Let's throw that and that. Perfect. So yeah, now it needs to go the opposite direction. Gearbox. And connect. And there we go. So it is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, and it's going pretty fast. This is actually going to be significantly faster. And it should work just fine. Now we need to feed this a few different items, right? What else did it need for the train? It needs nuggets. So that's insanely easy. So let's get a pipe. We can use the netherite pipe here with these item pipes. And I'm just going to pipe into this directly like so. This needs to be set to extract. As soon as I find my wrench. To extract. We shouldn't even have to worry about round robining or anything. But we just need iron nuggets. So, iron nuggets. And there we go. Train pieces are being worked on. And that's it automated. And I assume that that's going to be plenty fast enough. We need, what, 120 something per? So by the time we even get to making the singularities, there's going to be thousands of these. And well, guys, with that, we are literally done. Uranium singularities, we already have uranium done and automated. So in reality, we're done. We're done with the hardest automation parts to singularities. Now we have to automate some other stuff. So that's not the only thing on the list, right? Because we do need auto crafting for this and many of the other things that I have had processing. But yeah, this is, I would say, the hardest parts out of the way. Now that we got all that stuff done, I am prepping for the future. I went ahead and cleaned all of this out, got all the crafting ingredients that I needed prepped up to make this thing, the ultimate stew. So this thing on the mechanical crafter, which is how we're going to be crafting this, and we are going to try to automate this for sure. I'm going to be working on this. We need a lot of different things, but we need 56 of these. So I do have 56 of them right here. And based on this, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And apparently our roof is not tall enough. So I'm going to have to clear all this out up top. But basically it's going to look like this. I think I've got to get all of these crafters set up. And this will be how it's all crafted down once I get that roof cleared up. Now, what I need to do is I probably need to start prepping all of the individual food types. I need to first find out all of the food types that have EMC values. Once I have those, then I'll know all of the other sandwiches that we can go through that we're going to actually have to have the raw ingredients for, and figure out how exactly we are going to get those ingredients. So yeah, just judging off of all of this, it seems like some of the hardest things that are some of the hardest things to get, right, are going to be, for example, this. Like, we're going to need onions, and we have to somehow get them. Do we get them from just seeds, or do we have to buy them off of villagers? That's going to be what I need to know. Okay, so this actually isn't going to be so bad. So it seems like we actually get it via this way. So we need to take mycelium, and we just crook all the mycelium, and we can get all the different wild plants. That makes it a lot easier. So, boop. And this will probably be plenty. Yeah. So now that I have all of this, I should be able to go ahead and get all of these crops growing, right? Yeah, I'm going to need to watch a flowing time, almost guaranteed. Let's see. I can create a little bit of an area over here. And we need to get each one of these new crops inside and probably routed to some sort of new system, actually. Speaking of new system, I think that system is going to be refined storage. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be best if I just set up a new system, being refined storage system, and just use that to automate this one process. Yeah, I think that's going to require a whole episode, though, to do. So thank goodness there's not a lot, but it's still kind of confusing to me that, like, tomatoes and cabbage have EMC, but onions don't, and rice doesn't either. Kind of, yeah, that's the only thing that's very, very confusing. But at least these couple of things have EMC. Ah, thank goodness. Now, aside from the actual stew, we should have everything needed to make the cosmic meatballs. And let's go ahead and pop that in. It looks like the cosmic meatballs need the 1 neutronium nugget, which is actually quite easy to get. Tropical fish. which I should have. There we go. And an egg. Definitely have eggs. Eggs. Yep. Just don't have them EMC'd yet. So there we go. And what else? Rotten flesh and spider eyes. Weird that it's rotten flesh. And I definitely have spider eyes. But they're probably over here. Yep, right there. So with all of this, I should be able to craft it. Awesome. So let's see. Is that everything? I think that is everything we need. Okay, and let's go ahead and grab some neutronium nuggets. And we can go ahead and craft a handful of these. Like, at least we'll have them. Oh boy. All right. Well, cosmic meatballs. There we go. And we have a whole 16 of them. And of course we could eat them and they give you a ton of saturation, but yeah, there we go. Cosmic meatballs to the rescue. Man, you know what? We got a lot done today and I am super, super happy about this. And well, only more automation to come, and I can only fit so much in an episode. So I think today we're going to have to call it there. But there is still a lot to come because this whole setup here with the cooking is going to require several mods to do. Like, we have to use create and all kinds of stuff to actually achieve the end goal here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button and give this video a huge thumbs up. It does take a lot of work to put together these videos, and it's taken years of knowledge of learning these mods to get to where I'm at today. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. And also check out my Discord, discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. If you have some things you would love to show or share over there, it's a great place to show and drop some images. Maybe you can show me some of your StoneBlock builds, which would be really awesome. It always gives me some inspiration. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Check out my Twitch, and it's twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect. I also have a second channel, Chosen Live, if you want to watch all of the VODs over there. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.